Hello students, welcome to physics class. Today we discuss the combinations of cells. If you are using a single cell in an electric circuit, it can send only a feeble current. If you need a more current in an electrical circuit, we can use the combination of cells. The cells can connect either in series or parallel in a circuit, or we can also connect a mixed combination of cell. Let us see what are series and parallel combination of cells. First, see what is the series combination of a cell. In series combination of cells, when the negative terminal of one cell is connected to the positive terminal of the other cell and so on, the cells are said to be connected in series. That is, here we have two cells having EMF E1 and E2. EMF E1 and E2. They are connected in series combination. When you are connecting in series, the negative terminal of the first cell is connected to the positive terminal of the second cell. If the third cell is the positive terminal of the third cell will connect to the negative terminal of the second cell, and so on. We can connect any number of cells in series combination. That is, when a negative terminal of one cell is connected to the positive terminal of the other cell and so on, the cells are said to be connected in series. So here we have two cells, E1 and E2, having internal resistance, that is marked here. The internal resistance of the first cell is R1. So it is R1. And the internal resistance of the second cell is R2. The EMF of cells are E1 and E2. They are connected in series between these two point A and C. Now we want to find what is the effective EMF of this combination. What is the effective EMF between these two point A and C? For that, we are taking that VA, VB and VC are the potential at A, B and C. Say the potential at point A, B and C are VA, VB and VC. Now, a current is drawn from this combination. Say I is the current drawn from each cell. As they are connected in series combination, the same current is drawn from the cell. That is, I is the current drawn from E1 and E2. Now first find what is the potential difference between these two points A and B. The potential difference between A and B can write as potential at A minus potential at B. That is VA minus VB. So that can write as the potential difference. That is the terminal. Okay, because of this internal resistance, some potential will drop across that internal resistance. So we can write as that is EMF minus the potential drop across the internal resistance. That is I into R1. R1 is the internal resistance of the cell. So we can write as VAB. Potential difference between the A and B can be write as VA minus VB. That's equal to E1 minus IR1. That is, potential difference is equal to EMF minus potential drop across the internal resistance. Okay, now what is the potential difference between the point B and C? That is VBC. That's equal to VB minus VC. Potential difference between B and C can be write as potential at B minus potential at C. That's equal to EMF of the second cell, that is E2, minus potential drop across its internal resistance, that is IR2. E2 minus IR2. That is the potential difference between B and C. Now let us see what is the potential difference between A and C. That can write as potential difference between A and B plus potential difference between B and C. That is, VAC is equal to VA minus VC. That's equal to potential difference between A and B plus potential difference between B and C. That is why VA minus VB plus VB minus VC. Potential difference between A and B plus potential difference between B and C. That is the potential difference between A and C. So VAC, that's the potential difference between A and C, can write as VA minus VB, that is this one, E1 minus IR1 plus E2 minus IR2, that is equal to VB minus VC. So just rearrange this equation, we will get VAC is equal to E1 plus E2, E1 plus E2 minus I into R1 plus R2. Okay, E1 plus E2, E1 plus E2 minus I into R1 plus R2 in bracket. Now put it equation 1. Now if you are replacing these two cells, if you replace the series combination by a single cell of EMF, see E equivalent, that's the effective value of E1 and E2, and internal resistance R equivalent, the effective value of internal resistance, say it is R equivalent. So we can write between A and C, we connecting that single cell having EMF E equivalent and internal resistance R equivalent. Then I is the current drawn from that combination, that is I is the current drawn from that equivalent cell. So we can write this potential difference between A and C as VAC is equal to E equivalent minus I into R equivalent. By this circuit, we can write as potential difference between A and C is equal to E equivalent minus I into R equivalent. Put it equation 2. So actually both are, this equation 1 and 2 are the expression for the potential difference between these 2 point A and C. So by comparing these two equations, in equation 1, here we have E1 plus E2. Here we have E equivalent. So by comparing these two equations, we can write as E equivalent is equal to E1 plus E2. E equivalent is equal to E1 plus E2. That is effective. Okay. EMF of this combination is equal to E1 plus E2. And R equivalent, that is effective value of internal resistance of this combination, is equal to R1 plus R2. R1 plus R2. That is, if you are connecting the cells in series combination, the effective value is the sum of the EMF, the sum of individual EMF. If you are connecting E1 and E2, we can write as E equivalent is equal to E1 plus E2. Like this, we can connect any number of cells. If 3 cells are connected, E1 plus E2 plus E3. If n cells are connected, E1 plus E2 plus etc. up to En. By the same time, I have to note that the internal resistance also get increases. Since we are connecting the 2 cells, the internal resistance is R1 plus R2. If n cells are connected, the R equivalent can write as R1 plus R2 plus etc. up to Rn. So internal resistance is considerably increases if we are connecting the cells in series combination. As the EMF of the combination is also increases, we can write the EMF of the combination is the sum of the individual EMF. And one point to remember, the same current will drawn from every cell. If n cells are connected in series combination, the current drawn from every cell is same because they are connected in series. And the effective value of EMF can write as E1 plus E2 plus etc. up to En if n cells are connected. And the effective value of internal resistance is R1 plus R2 plus etc. up to Rn if n cells are connected in series combination. Now let us see what is the parallel combination of cells. In parallel combination, when positive terminals of all cells are connected to one point and all their negative terminals to another point, the cells are said to be connected in parallel. Here we have 2 cells of EMF E1, E2 and internal resistance R1, R2 connected in parallel between these 2 points B1 and B2. You can see the positive terminal of both cells are connected at B1 and negative terminals are connected at B2. So we can say E1 and E2 are in parallel. That is, the cells E1 and E2 are connected parallel to the point B1 and B2. As they are connected in parallel, the current drawn from each cell is different. That is, I1 is the current drawn from the first cell and I2 is the current drawn from the second cell. But since they are connected at the same point, the potential across each cell will be same. So we can say as the cells are connected in parallel between the point B1 and B2, the potential difference, this is potential difference across both cell is same. As they are connected between the same point B1 and B2, potential difference across E1 and E2 will be same. Say if V is the potential difference between the point B1 and B2, that is the potential difference across E1 and E2 because they are connected in parallel to the same point B1 and B2. Now the potential difference across the terminal of first cell. If you are writing what is the potential difference between the terminal of first cell, we can write V is equal to the potential at B1 minus potential at B2. So that can write as the E1 minus I1 into R1. That is, E1 is the EMF of the first cell and I1 is the current drawn from the first cell. So we can write the potential difference between the point B1 and B2 through the first cell can write as E1 minus I1 R1. I1 is the current drawn from the first cell. So I1 R1 is the potential drop across its internal resistance. So E1 minus I1 R1 is the potential difference between B1 and B2. So that we wrote as V. Now see what is the potential difference between B1 and B2 through the cell E2. That can write as the potential difference across the terminal of the second cell. Can write as V is equal to, both are same actually, V is equal to VB1 minus VB2. That's equal to E2 minus, this is E2 minus I2 R2. What is I2? I2 is the current drawn from the second cell. Now from this equation we are writing an expression for the current drawn from the first cell. That's I1. Rearrange that. We know V is equal to E1 minus I1 R1. V is equal to E1 minus I1 R1. From that we getting I1 is equal to what? I1 is equal to E1 minus V by R1. Just rearrange. And I1 is equal to E1 minus V by R1. From this equation we can write what is I2. I2 is equal to E2 minus V by R2. E2 minus V by R2, that I2. Now you can see the I1 and I2 meet at B1 and I1 plus I2 is flows out through the B1. That is I1 plus I2, that's equal to I. The total current from this combination is I, that's sum of I1 and I2. So we can write I is equal to I1 plus I2. Now add the right side, that's E1 minus V by R1 plus E2 minus V by R2. Okay, that's I1 plus I2. Now rearrange this equation. We are writing E1 by R1 plus E2 by R2 minus V into, in bracket we keeping 1 by R1 plus 1 by R2. That is V by R1 plus V by R2 actually. So V is common, we keep V outside. V into 1 by R1 plus 1 by R2. That's equal to I. Now rearrange this equation and keep this one to right side and take this I to the left side. That's V into R1 plus R2 divided by R1 R2. We take the LCM R1 R2. R1 R2 is the LCM. So it is R1 plus R2 divided by R1 R2. V is the result. Now we adding E1 by R1 plus E2 by R2. By taking the LCM, R1 R2 is the LCM, R1 R2. Then E1 R2 plus E2 R1 minus I is the, we taken this I to the right side, that's minus I. We taken this term to the left and I to the right and rearrange the equation like this. And keep V on the left side and take this term to the right side. So we can write V is equal to E1 R2 plus E2 R1 divided by R1, okay, plus R2. Actually, what you're doing is we taken this term to the right side and multiply both this term, isn't it? So E1 R2 plus E2 R1 divided by R1 plus R2 minus I into R1 R2 divided by R1 plus R2. By you are taking this equation to the right side, it becomes we are multiplying by R1 R2 divided by R1 plus R2. That's the step. We are taking this term to the right side and multiplying both this term. So when you are multiplying R1 R2 divided by R1 plus R2. So what happened? This R1 R2 getting cancelled. That's why. So R1 plus R2 minus I into R1 R2 divided by R1 plus R2. Now, if you are replacing these two cells by a single cell, which is having an equivalent EMF of these two cells. So, we can write V, the potential difference between these 2 points. That is, we are replacing both the cell by a single cell having EMF E equivalent. So, we can write as E, this is the cell E equivalent. Then, that is actually connected between these 2 points B1 and B2. B1 and B2. Say the I is the current drawn from the combination. So we can write V is equal to E equivalent minus I into R equivalent. Put it equation 2. So this is our equation 1. So when you are comparing this equation 1 and 2, we are getting E equivalent is equal to what? E1 R2 plus E2 R1 divided by R1 plus R2. That is the equivalent EMF of the two cells. E equivalent is equal to E1 R2 plus E2 R1 divided by R1 plus R2. Then here I into R equivalent. I is the, so instead of R equivalent, here we have R1 R2 divided by R1 plus R2. That's R equivalent. That is, if two cells are connected in parallel combination, say E1 and E2 are the EMF, R1 and R2 are the internal resistance. So we can write E equivalent is equal to E1 R2 plus E2 R1 divided by R1 plus R2. What is the internal resistance? R equivalent is equal to R1 R2 divided by R1 plus R2. But if you are connecting the three cells, the equation becomes quite complicated. If the n cells are there, it's very difficult to write this equation. So we have an alternate form. We can write this equation in a very simple way. That is, suppose if you are dividing the E equivalent by R equivalent, that is, suppose this is equation 3 and this is equation 4. Just to divide the equation 3 by 4. Equation 3 by 4. So on the left side we have E equivalent by R equivalent. E equivalent by R equivalent. So we can write as E equivalent by R equivalent is equal to E1 by R1 plus E2 by R2. Divide this equation 3 by 4. We get on the left side E equivalent by R equivalent. On the right side we have E1 by R1 plus E2 by R2. So it's very easy to remember this equation. If n cells is there, if you have n cells, E equivalent by R equivalent can be written as E1 by R1 plus E2 by R2 plus E3 by R3 plus etc. up to En by Rn. So that's a better form. We can remember it easily. And 1 by R equivalent is equal to 1 by R1 plus 1 by R2. So if you are connecting the cells in parallel combination, we can remember this equation. The effective EMF E equivalent by R equivalent can be written as E1 by R1 plus E2 by R2 plus etc. up to En by Rn. And 1 by R equivalent, that is the effective value of the internal resistance. Reciprocal of internal resistance is equal to 1 by R1 plus 1 by R2 plus etc. up to 1 by Rn. That's the effective value of EMF and internal resistance in parallel combinations. That's all today. Thank you.